Hello Libra, my name's Jason. This is your general tarot reading for June 2019. Could be about love, career, any burning questions you have right now. You know in the first minute or so if this is resonating for you. If it isn't, or even if it is, please go ahead and check out my readings for your rising sign and your moon sign. Particularly your rising sign I'll find resonate much more strongly. But for now, you go into this period with the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups talks about perhaps having a lot of choices, maybe even being a little confused about something. I'm feeling you're faced with a certain choice in directions now, and you're not necessarily sure of where some of them may lead. And sometimes we feel like we would rather just be told the way to go. But perhaps you've got now some responsibility to decide, well, which of all of these things are going to serve me best. Some of these things may be for the short term, and you'll be feeling sort of like an instant gratification and a need to go that way. Or there's another opportunity where perhaps you're looking for something a little more long term. So this could be about relationships, or it could be about career directions, or it could be something about the day-to-day things which are happening in the month of June. But I'm feeling that there's a whole lot of choices, and if you take this opportunity to see this as a blessing rather than a source of confusion, then it might change the way you're seeing things. So perhaps a change in perspective. If you're feeling confused about this, try and take your time. If you can take your time on this. It's feeling very abundant, some way forward for you if you take your time and examine each of these opportunities one by one. What's crossing you? Okay, you have this Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles energy is a slow-moving but sure-footed kind of energy. It's about dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And I'm feeling that you have time to get things right. The Knight of Pentacles is quite a long-term energy, if you like, and so perhaps this is encouraging you to take a long-term view of whatever decisions are presented to you, whatever opportunities are presented to you with this Seven of Cups influence. I'm feeling like something's pulling you to avoid the instant gratification and go for the long-term security or the stability that this Knight of Pentacles offers. Okay, he's the one who's heading for financial success and stability. Your conscious goal. In your conscious goal, you have the High Priestess. So perhaps you've been meditating recently and you're starting to see the results of this, or you're starting to wonder where the results of this are. I'm feeling you've been fairly specific about what you're wishing for, or almost like praying for, and I'm feeling your prayers have been heard, but things will just take a bit of time. So also right now, it looks like there's someone else around you who might be, you're perhaps trying to guide them or show them the benefits of what you've been doing, your spiritual practices or your meditations, and you've noticed it working for you, and you want the people in your environment to know about this and say, look, this abundance has come to me because of my meditations and the new way I'm seeing the world. And it's like you've been gifted with this energy of wanting to spread the word of this new love, this new awakening that you have. So that's feeling quite beautiful. Okay, Libra, in the unknown influence, you have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles talks about being left out in the cold. And if it's not being left out in the cold, sometimes it's just walking away from an institution. So perhaps you've recently walked away from something, a belief, a church, a job, something like that. Maybe even you've made a decision against your family's wishes, Okay, and that energy that is there is impacting what's going on around you at the moment somehow, but you're not sure exactly what way, or it hasn't made itself evident that way until later on. There might be someone working behind the scenes, not necessarily in a negative way, but your actions have caused someone else, someone involved, to take a different approach or change their direction about something. Okay, in your recent past, yes, you've walked away from something. So here's the Six of Swords. Okay, so you've felt like you've started to value yourself a little bit more. You've just said, look, enough's enough, I'm out of here, whatever this was, and you've moved on to something. You moved on to something else. Now, you weren't necessarily sure where you were going here, but it was better than what you were facing, if that makes sense. And so that's in the recent past. You've walked away from something, and perhaps you've done it alone, and now you may be feeling left out in the cold, but you're quite happy to accept that, because the Six of Swords is really a card of victory. It's about saying, well, look, I value myself enough now that I don't need to cop that anymore. So good on you, Libra. Okay, you're approaching influence. Okay, this is a beautiful card. This is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups does talk about soulmates. It talks about finding a place or a person or position or a situation where there's equal give and take. So I'm feeling if you're single and looking, then along will soon come something that you're really feeling good about. You can see that there's reciprocation there, whether it's a relationship or whether it's like some kind of a job. You're moving into a situation where there's equal give and take. So that's very promising and emotionally satisfying. And it's all because I'm feeling that you've walked away, you've moved on from whatever this was, you've taken this victory. And the victory is basically an awakening of, hey, this is who I am now. I'm past all that toxicity that's behind me. Okay. What are you bringing to the situation? Your situation that you're in now really are the talents that you're bringing. You're bringing the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. So yes, you are feeling really good about stuff. And it's like you've joined another group. You've found a tribe. You're feeling like you've found your clan, or people who speak your language, who believe the same kind of things that you believe. And you're celebrating that. You're looking at your life and saying, well, yes, finally I've found my soul group somehow. In your environment, the way your environment sees you, the way you're seeing the environment, yes, the Fool. So Libra, the Fool energy is one of just taking a leap of faith, going your own way, being prepared to take risks, not worried too much about the outcome, dropping the baggage and just seeing where you end up. Okay, so it's a card of courage I'm feeling, and it's a card of letting your hair down, okay, and just really releasing all that stuff that might have been holding you back before. And this is really consistent with the rest of the reading here. The world is seeing that in you, and I'm feeling that people will be saying, even telling you that you've changed somehow for the better. They'll be noticing things about you, maybe talking about how good you're looking. There's some vibe about you that you hadn't had for a while, or you wondered where it had gone. And definitely now you are looking $1,000,000. Your hopes and fears. Okay. Hopes and fears, you have the Five of Swords. So what I'm feeling here, Libra, is that you're feeling there's unfinished business, and there might be some unfinished business. You've won some kind of a battle, but there may be some paperwork to finish off, or some legacy of the past which comes back to niggle at you again. I'm feeling this is not a large problem, it's more of a nuisance, and you're just a little worried that someone might come back with some little argument about something just to I'm feeling some ego in here as well, just to sort of take a dig at you, but I think you're past it and I think you're over it, but you want things to heal and you're just a bit worried that someone else from the past doesn't want to let that happen, or they're not at that stage of growth where the healing can occur. But again, this is just a fear, and I don't think it's a real big deal because of the growth that you've had. Okay, and in the outcome you have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles talks about holding on to money, holding on to your emotions. It also talks about being prudent with how you're spending your money. So I'm feeling whatever you've walked away from here, it may have left you in a financially vulnerable position, and you may be feeling the need to just hang on a little bit. You'll see this person here holding their pentacles very close to them. The pentacles representing finances, material things, and it's looking like you're just going to be tightening your belt toward the end of June, just holding back on the spending somehow, or at least watching it. If it's not about finances and money, it could be about not telling everyone what you're up to. I'm feeling not that you're doing anything sinister, it's just that you're not broadcasting to some people the direction you're taking. So some people, yes, you are very happy to tell them all about your new awakening. Others, you're just not ready to let them know that yet, for whatever reason that is. So look, that's your reading. It's looking pretty positive for you, with a whole bunch of new awakenings and awarenesses for you, Libra. Please go ahead and leave a comment for me, like and subscribe, of course. Check out my readings for your moon and rising signs. And thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.